This is Gigi Sabat, and you're listening to the Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Tamara L. Hunter. She is the First Global Next Impactor. Welcome to the show, Tamara.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited to be here to talk to you today.
Likewise, it's such an honor to be here today with you as well. Now, why don't you start off by telling us more about you and where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Southern California, and right now I have a sweater on and blanket and everything because I'm living in Branson, Missouri, and it's cold out there. And a little bit about me is that I'm the girl next door that ended up hearing three words nobody wants to hear, too many are, and I survived it. You have cancer is what I did, a chapter in my life. And with that, it gave me a calling to go out there and make a difference for those that are facing cancer and other life-threatening health events, and now other things that are like a real trauma. Because the thing about it is this is that too many people are facing things alone. And so created a nonprofit to help change that with healing through connection, and everything else just leads into that.
I love it. Now, tell us a little bit more about your organization.
Thank you. It is a nonprofit. We are a nonprofit, and we are basically an online community. And what we do that's maybe a little different, and we did this pre-COVID, and that is we gather together digitally, and we don't so much say the C word. What we do is we share a lot of humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. We believe in celebrating life and getting through it together because we're stronger together. And we have what we've done is it's a lot of education. It's a lot of what we call the buddies network. It is being there when that yin and yang idea. When someone's up, someone else may be down, and vice versa, because that's just the human experience. However, when you're fighting for your life in something like cancer, what happened was is that I met a buddy when I was going through mine. And our doctors and nurses said, you guys have something special and others need it. Because what they realized is that we raised the frequency of the healing room, the chemotherapy room is what I went through traditional therapy. And they noticed the difference. And so they kept saying, others need this too. Go do something with it. And so many years later, we have an online community, and it's been a matter of helping to educate and help. Like, you show up and they don't have to be on camera or anything, they just can listen. And it might be anything from some humor, it might be learning about healing water, loving healing water. It might be um like we're coming into the new year and we've done vision boards every year, and those kind of things. And doing that together collectively, it makes a big difference, creating that bond. And everybody that's come in, what they all have to say is this, is that it's a real special group. It's just a special group of people that are coming together, and it's not really about any kind of illness. It's about our hearts joining together and the power of that. And we were told in a very good book that I believe in, the most important thing for us to do is love each other. And that's exactly what we do. We love each other. And we've seen miracles in that.
Very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Love each other. Write that down, ladies and gentlemen. Love each other. Very powerful statement. Now, Tamara, earlier you mentioned that folks may be alone. What do you tell those individuals who believe that they are alone?
Well, you know what what I do is I tell stories more than tell them something, because people don't necessarily want to be told anything. However, they don't mind oftentimes, especially if they're going through something, they don't mind hearing from you in your heart. And so if they don't connect with me, then maybe someone else's story. But what we do is share also what our doctor has shared, and he's gone on camera. My doctor's gone on camera with us. Basically, there is a study out of England that they found that if you go through particularly cancer alone, and your chance of making 5 years or longer has been diminished. It is scientific fact. And so and then what we go into is not only just being alone, but it's the quality too of, do you want to face this alone? And some people, they retreat and they think they do, but they really don't know that they don't know. And so what we offer them is a safe way, a safe place is what we call it, a safe way for them to like tip their toe. No one sees them. They don't have to be seen. However, they can participate. And in that, it's really interesting how the brain works. If they're seeing someone talking, like the two of us, Gigi, we're not necessarily going to remember that we were doing this through camera, or will we think we were in the same room? Because that's the beauty of our brains. And so the power of it is, or the important thing here, and what I would share with anybody that is facing something so big is, I understand you may want to retreat. You may not want to share or open up. That's okay. However, maybe you might want to just come in and listen, and you may want to just open up a bit, like one eye, because it's surprising. You may want to open two eyes at some point, and then you actually might want to type something, but there's no obligation for it. So what we share is that whatever will work for them, they can do it in the comfort of their jammies. You don't have to show up and get in a car and go anywhere. You can just show up in your jammies and listen or watch, whatever works for you.
Do what works for you. Very powerful. Now, tell us a little bit more about your show. Let's Talk Fab with Tamara.
It's a limited series show. I have two other shows that I've done. One I've done for years. You've been on it, the Service Hero Show. And went over to the E360 TV platform. Oh, it's been a while now that show's been there. And then I started another one that came out of the buddies, which we call ourselves at the nonprofit, which was the Tour of Love. And then it became a show. Well, I actually stepped away for a little while, and then coming back, we are in pre-production for the Tour of Love show. However, we're not quite ready to go and launch a second season. And so I had some time, and I entered a contest, a competition. I thought, okay, do what I know how to do. When I went through the Impactor, and there's the Impactor trophy right there, and it was a global contest and won, I did it through going live. And I thought, okay, well, I'll do that. But you know what? However, I want to be able to do something of value, because too many people right now are not necessarily feeling fabulous, and they are. So what I'm doing and I don't know how many weeks I'll be doing it or months, because it will go in until we're ready to launch second season of Tour of Love. However, what I'm doing is a panel situation and focusing each week on something different. And so far we've tackled cancer. We've tackled being a mamapreneur. This week, and then last week we actually tackled TEDx. What are they? How do you do it? And then this week, since we're going into here in the United States, Thanksgiving, we're going to talk about being grateful, thankful, and fabulous. And we real talk through this. I mean, we don't Shangri-La it. We really talk straight. And not everybody is feeling fabulous through the, and grateful and thankful through the holidays. Some people really struggle in that time. So Sunday, we're going to get together. We're going to talk about it. And what I'm finding is people are loving it. The feedback has been really positive. And yeah, I'll share. And then I got clearance for it. I do share a little update on where Team Tamara is through the Fab Over 40 experience. It's not the focus of the show, but it's a play on words and some fun.
That is incredible. Now, you also have a movie coming up in 2023. Tell us more about it.
Yes, I was invited during COVID to be a part of a documentary. that this filmmaker, Tiana Jones, a young filmmaker, decided that she is going to go out there on a global level and basically talk about what was going on and how so many people were losing their faith, or, where is it, and feeling the darkness, and where do you find the light in all of that. And a couple of years later now, she's put together this documentary that is supposed to be released in the beginning of this next year. So I'm really excited about it. She said that what came out of the interviews that she did with all of these individuals was really faith, a lot of faith encouragement, a lot of finding, if you will, God in the midst of darkness and struggle, and how humanity can come together. So I'm real excited about this project. And it's the first time that I've been involved in, quote unquote, a movie that's up on the big screen. So it's kind of fun.
That is incredible. Now, tell us more about the second season of the Tour of Love show.
Well, I can only tell you so much, because actually, in truth, some of it is still hush hush, because we're going to be doing something that hasn't been done yet on streaming media TV. And the network president, Aaron Himes, and then my co-host, who is an Emmy award-winning documentary filmmaker, director, Skip Thomas, and myself, we are combining efforts with some others. Quite, wink, wink, that's the quiet, to do something really revolutionary. And the whole idea here is to raise the frequency of the world through love. Everything, again, points back to the whole idea of healing through connections. And frequency is an actual, there's, again, science behind that. And it takes it off of also this image here, which is an image that one of our volunteers, Britt Curran, actually came up with. And it's to take the whole flair of the 60s and the feel of the music and the fun and the comedy and the groovy and all of it, and bring that all together with some kind of a thought-provoking, conversation, but with music and just, little bits here and there. And it comes off of the 36-hour event that we did a couple of years ago in 2020 for Giving Tuesday. And it was all to bring awareness and create buddies for the nonprofit. And that's where it all came out of. It was a combination of volunteers. Barbara Beckley was involved in helping to name it. And, good people, when they come together, can come up with amazing ideas. And let me just say this: the word tour has something to do with it. Wink, wink. And love, big part of it. And then, the fun. Get your groovy on.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Now, you also are a part of a competition. Tell us a little bit about it, and where can folks vote?
It's a huge, this is what's taking up my life right now, guys, and yes, please vote, because when you have a purpose and a mission you feel called to do, and you are putting everything out on the line, you need to be able to, first of all, a nonprofit or even a for-profit with cause needs to have funds, and you need to have also an awareness that you're out there. And so I did take some time off. Coming back, all of a sudden, here's this Fab Over 40 competition. And the winner of the whole prize is like, perfect. That there's a large sum that could be then used for the good of the mission. Then within a large magazine, a main magazine, a spread with professional photos to get out there, and all the PR and all of the everything that goes with that. And we all know what that means. And then also what they call a staycation. And it's in an area where I have a huge network of buddies. And I'm thinking, okay, it will be a staycation with a cause, like, let's all get together and let's do something and kick off 2023 in a big, huge way on the Fab Over 40 crowd. So that is the goal. I put it out there to all of the volunteers, all of the followers, and said, okay, should we do it? And they were like, yes, let's do it. So We are, what's beautiful about this is it's truly a fundraiser for a nonprofit that is hand in glove with us, and that is the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And so you can free vote every 24 hours, like on Facebook. However, if anybody wants to donate, then you're donating for vote, but it goes into the cause to help, create awareness for breast cancer, help those that can't afford to get a mammogram and may not have insurance to get tested. And that's what saved my life, was a mammogram. So all day long, I can get behind this contest, this competition, and we're in it to win it. Mark, we're putting the intention out there. We really do believe that the message and mission that we are a bigger part of, that will help actually the world, this is going to give a huge spotlight to that. So fab over 40 or votefab40.com /2022, and then my name with the hyphens in there. And every 24 hours, wink, wink, we love your support and votes.
Very true. And I'm sure our good friend Lindy Elridge would say the same thing. Go get your mammograms. And also, too, make sure to vote for Tamara. That's votefab40.com. I'll say it again, votefab40.com. And I'll say it again, votefab40.com, and vote for Tamara, Team Tamara. Yes. Now, Tamara, what is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
Oh, be true to yourself, because when we are in integrity with ourselves and find that love for ourselves, because we've been told to love one another as I love you. And so why wouldn't that be ourselves too? And when we have that kind of feeling of congruency, then we can go out there and love others. So many think, okay, go out there and love others, and then we'll find it within ourselves. I absolutely believe that when we have, they talk about the triangle, and they talk about all these different, when we have love for ourselves, love for our belief, and then love for others, that is a power that can change the world. That frequency can change the world, can heal. It can, the faith of a mustard seed is real. You can move a mountain. Well, the power of love, tenfold, 100-fold the mustard seed. We can heal our world, and starting with ourselves. And that is the thing, baby stepping it. Because in baby stepping this, guys, what would you do to not turn on, go out the door and feel afraid? What would you do to not have some of the ills that so many are facing right now? And to think that if we start here and then we use the domino effect, we can make change. Anything and all things are possible. And I absolutely know it. I don't just believe it, I know it. I've seen miracles within the organization, seen them. Verified miracles. It is absolutely a period of time that we can have them. And how do we go about it? We do what we've been told to do, and that is love. It's a 4-letter word I can get behind all day long.
I love it. Be true to yourself and have faith as small as a mustard seed. Very powerful, Tamara. And again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to vote for Tamara. Again, that's votefab40.com. And Tamara, where else can the audience find you?
Well, my name, Tamara L. Hunter. So L like Lynn, Tamara L. TAMARA. So TamaraLHunter.com. You can find me there, and I'm on all social media except for TikTok. I'm not there yet. But you can find me on the website. Facebook is kind of my go-to. And I'm here for you. And then our nonprofit, you can find us there at cb4l.org. CB, so Cat Boy, the number 4, then L like love.org. And there, actually, if you guys want to go to the bottom of the page, there's a free PDF that you can download. This is the hard copy. And anybody's, anybody that's going through cancer and you want a hard copy, let me know and I'll send you one out free. That's what nonprofits do. However, you can get this now, today, and it's a PDF, and you don't have to have cancer. It talks about humor, hope, and heart. What do you want to do for the beginning of the year? So I'd love people to find that, and it talks a little bit more about the mission and why it is that I'm running.
Absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Tamara on all of her social media platforms and also her website, and vote for Tamara at votefab40.com. God bless you all and be safe.